Here is the truth about getting rich in your 20s. Getting rich young, however you are. Maybe you're in your, maybe 32, that's still pretty young. Most people that get rich are well to their 50s or 60s, 40s, whatever it is, later in life, because it takes a long time to develop the skills and knowledge that it takes to genuinely build something big that makes you very wealthy. But there are exceptions to that, and people who have made, hundreds of millions of dollars before the age of 30. And you can do that. Like, this is 100% possible. As a human, you have complete control of your life and every ability. And so let's just talk about what it genuinely takes to build something great, to make all this money before the age of 30 or before the age of 40, depending on how old you are. For me, I'm 22 years old. I want to be there before 30. I want to be still pretty young, still able to do what I need to do. So let's just break this down. Whatever work that you think that you need to be doing, it's probably going to take anywhere from 10 times that amount of work to 100 times that amount of work that you are expecting to accomplish your goals. Minimum of 10 times the amount of work. So whatever you're planning on doing or whatever your idea was, either expand the time that's going to take by 10x or do 10 times the amount of work, and it can happen in the same time frame. So I think a lot of people expect things to be a lot easier than when they are, especially when building a business. Like, you expect it to everything go your way, and a lot of times when it doesn't go your way, that's when majority of people end up quitting. So that's why most people don't end up making it till they're later in their life. But I think having a resilience, to failure at a young age is what's going to really separate you from the rest of people. If you are willing to genuinely wake up every day and fail every single day while still putting in the actions and not seeing the results that you want, eventually those failures are going to catch up and meet with those wins, and you're going to start truly succeeding. So genuinely, whatever you're trying to build or whatever business that you're doing, you need to be thinking, like I said, 10 times bigger and planning on doing 10 times more work. So whenever I say doing 10 times more work, a lot of entrepreneurs that I see is they'll mess around most of the day and they won't really put in the hours that are needed. I think about 8 to 10 hours a day of focused work is realistically what is needed. And honestly, a lot of these guys are doing more. Some of these guys are doing 12 to 16 hours a day focused work, and then 1 or 2 hours off max. Some people just work all day. You're competing with people like that. So I think if you can get 8 to 10 hours a day of hard focused work every single day, and you're focusing on your outputs, I think in 4 to 5 years, you can truly build something great. But it's not just you building it. There's a bunch of different factors that come in play. First off, it is eventually when you get to a point, you have to start hiring people. So that's number one, is because you can't do it all by yourself. Right now, that's kind of where I'm in the process of figuring out how can I implement people into my business to make it more productive and make it work faster. So over the next few years, that's kind of what I'm going to be really focusing on, is trying to offload a lot of the work that I'm doing onto other people. So I'm more like in a management position, but I would be working the whole day regardless, even then, just doing other things that I needed to do in the business. So that just, other than hiring people, it's going to be either raising money, because if you want to build something crazy, you can bootstrap it, but most of these massive companies are funded. Like, they literally have rounds of funding, and I'm talking about multi-billion-dollar companies at this point. If you can pretty much scale something up to where you're doing a couple $1 million a year and it's truly scalable, that's whenever you can go and start looking for funding and seed rounds. And that's something that you just have to prepare for, because in the future, we're planning on definitely taking on investors into the business. That's kind of something you have to plan for. And then eventually an exit. Like, that's how you genuinely get rich, is a business exit. So you kind of got to be thinking long term. Like, if you really want to do something, I'm thinking 10 to 15 years out, 5 years out, whatever it is. I don't know how long it's going to take, but you have to genuinely just work on it every single day, like one thing. Like you can't keep changing business models. Maybe you shift a little bit like inside of that same business niche over the years to find something that works a little bit better. But the core idea of what you plan on doing, the business you plan on scaling, needs to stay the same for years. Like you need to grow it for years because it's going to take years. Yes, in 2 months you might start having revenue coming in, but it might take you 3 years to really scale it to what you want to go. You know what I mean? You're going to start hitting plateaus where the marketing you're doing isn't going to be working as well, and then you're going to have to continue to work through that. You're going to start hitting, you're going to hit pretty much bottlenecks in the business through the whole way that's going to slow you down, speed you up. So it's not full throttle all the way through, and that's just something else you have to be prepared for. But it's 100% possible. If you're watching this, you're probably young like me, and you probably think a lot about, making money and stuff. And I think what I've really started to do that's helped me is just, I watch a lot of documentaries about the greatest people on earth, like the work ethic of, like Elon Musk, Carnegie, all the old Ford. Like I watch back on all these massively successful people who have completely changed the world in some sense, and see how they ran their businesses and see how they worked it and see how, and it doesn't even have, like I said, it doesn't have to be recent businesses. Look back hundreds of years ago to these people that were starting America. Look back how they were scaling. Like it's still relevant today. It's just a different time. We're using different techniques, but their work ethic and the way they were structuring their days is something I've been studying a lot of. And over the next few years, I'm just hoping to get to where I'm able to fully construct my days to get the most efficiency as possible out of every single day so I can move forward as fast as possible. I think that's when it comes to just, I say this all the time, but it's literally just comes down to keeping a daily list. Every single day I write down what I need to do. Some days are longer than others. Like today I had a full day that day, shit to do. And today I'm like halfway done with my lists. It's like 4 o'clock. I have generated, so far today I made 40 videos. Yesterday I made 60, the day before I made 60. I'm gonna do more today. I'm probably gonna do 60 today by the end of the day. It's just, whatever you're expecting to do, you're just gonna have to work so much harder. And whatever you're doing right now, I would say double or triple your output. Like right now, like quit fucking around, quit wasting time, quit doing all this shit that you probably don't need to be doing. You're gonna have to like not hang out with your friends as much. You're gonna have to do a lot of stuff that you don't want to do in the business, and it's gonna be a lot of time that you don't want to work that you're gonna have to work. It's just, I think understanding that, and a lot of people don't truly grasp that. Like I feel like you watching this video, you don't fully understand, like you're going to have to sacrifice a lot. You're gonna have to do a lot if you want to truly build something worth hundreds of millions of dollars. If you want to build a business that's worth $5-10 million, I don't believe it's that hard actually. Like I've done over $6 million in sales myself, just off posting videos. So like, I think in the next couple years, just working mediocre, I could probably build a $5-10 million business. But I'm talking about something truly great, $1 billion plus exit that would completely change my bloodline. You know what I mean? I'm talking about building something like that. That's what I want to do. Like that's what I'm chasing. I'm not chasing $5-10 million. Like I genuinely want to make $5-10 million a month. That's where I want to go over the next, yeah, that shit might take me 20-30 years to get to that, but it might take me 10, you never know. But yeah, all that come to say, you can do it. You can do great things in your 20s. You can genuinely create the life exactly how you want. Just expect to do way more work than you're actually expecting to do, and it's going to take probably more time than you expect. But if you just put your head down, continue to work every single day, and just don't focus on don't focus on the outcome. You know what I mean? Focus on the inputs every single day. Only focus on the inputs. The outcome is what you're dreaming about, yes, but on the day-to-day basis, your inputs are the only thing that matters, and achieving those that day. Go one day at a time, but be planning for the future.